Hi Stitchy friends, this is Lisa here at Lost in Stitches. You found my channel all about cross stitch. I have a ton to share with you today. So as you can see, I'm back in Edmonton, and I actually have a couple of whips that I had left here when I was in Canmore. I did my whip parade, so I have a couple of those to share with you. I have a big finish, one of my blackbird pieces. I have another small finish that I stitched. It was a start and a finish, and I have tons of whips to share. So I also have a basket of finishes that I didn't get to share with you guys from my 2026 catch up. This is what I've done over the last year, because I did take a break from Flosstube. So I do have quite a few of those to share with you. They're just smalls that I had left here in Edmonton. So after this video, we should be all caught up with what I'm stitching on, and let's jump right in. Okay, so where do we start? Let's go with the finishes. So I have finished my Garden Club series from Blackbird Designs, and so this one is a series of 12 patterns in the Garden Club that some people stitch all together, some people stitch separately. I stitched all of mine all together, and this is the final result. And I am so happy with this one. The colors are amazing. It is all of the called for colors. I stitched this all together on one fat quarter. I know some of you guys had questions about that. This is a fat quarter of 32 count Lugana, and I got it from Hand Dyed by Rolanda, and I'll leave the link for her shop below. So the colors are super vibrant, much brighter than what shows in the pictures for Blackbird, because I think these are some of the newer ones. So I'll just go through each one. There's one, two. Hopefully you guys are getting to see those. Yeah. And there's this one. I need to stand up for the rest. This is the gardener one. Oh, these are so pretty. I just love them. Super love these. So I'm very happy to have this one finished. It was a birthday start for me from last year, so this one is done. Totally done. All right. And the other thing that I had a start and a finish on, it was something that, I don't know, with everything that's going on in the world right now, guys, isn't it just crazy? I can't even comment. I won't go there. But I don't know. I needed some comfort stitching, and I found this little one from Modern Folk Embroidery. It's called Let Love Rule. It's just a small. And this one is stitched on Murmur from Picture This Plus. Yes, Murmur from Picture This Plus, and I believe it is 40 count. And I used Red Currant from Classic Colorworks number 182. So it's just so pretty. This gave me some comfort, solstice, just, I don't know, the world is crazy. Just look after yourselves, stay strong. Let's stay together as a stitching community, and you know, lean on your stitchy sisters and brothers. Yeah. So that one is, yeah, again, 40 count. I told you guys the threads. So those are the two finishes that I had for this time. There were a couple of pieces. Let's see how I can do this. I'll just show you my whips. There's a couple of whips that I had that aren't that I haven't worked on, but they were part of my whips. I just had them left here in Edmonton, so I couldn't show them to you guys in my whip parade when I was in Canmore. So I think there's 3. So this is one of them here. That's the back, and it's upside down. Yep, it's this one here. So this one is arranging cacti, and it'll look like this when it's finished. This is arranging cacti from Ink Circles. And this is a long lost whip. So I knew I had this whip somewhere. I had packed away some of my fabric. It must have just been trying to kit things or whatever. Gosh, my hair is a mess. I actually, this one got stuck in with a pile of fabric that just got packed away. And then as I was looking through for fabric for another project, I actually found this one. I was like, oh my gosh, there you are. So this one is back in the whip pile. I would like to finish this one. And I'm actually doing a conversion. I can provide it to you if you want, but I'm using some blended threads, still DMC, but just blending some threads to get some variegation in this one, in all the green. So I will, I can provide that to you if you need it. Yeah, so that's arranging cacti. So that was a long lost whip that's back in the pile. And let's see, sorry. The next one that I have worked on is the Token by Long Dog Samplers. So this one is being stitched, oh sorry, it'll look like this when it's finished. I'm still a little rusty, guys. This one is the Token by Long Dog Samplers, and it is being stitched in 115 DMC. And basically what I finished in this one was I finished up the square and then did the majority of this one here. And then I started in on the flower. I think it's a flower that's going to be down here. So this one is turning out beautiful. It's for Paolo and I. I'm very excited about that. Our light is a little bit off today. It's beautiful and sunny outside here, but it's just the way it's still early in the morning. So, oh, what can I do with this? Oh my. Okay, so my next whip is another Long Dog Sampler, and it will look like this when it's done. It's called the Fisher King, and this one is being stitched again on 18 count white Aida with 823 DMC. And I made some progress on this one by filling in everything here. I had some gaps left here and over here by for the house, and then a big portion of the oh, I've got a loose thread here, a big portion of this one. I filled all that in as we drove back from Canmore to Edmonton, so I did get that done. So that was my stitching on this one for this week. This was another, oh, these next two are also whips that were here in Edmonton, but I didn't get to show you on my whip parade. I haven't worked on this one, but just to get us caught up, I figured I would show you this. This is the Fruits of Plenty. I'll put it in here what it'll look like. This is the Fruits of Plenty from Modern Folk Embroidery. It's stitched on 32 count antique white, Lugana, and I'm not quite halfway. So that's the halfway mark where those circles are, but I still need to fill in the center. This one has been just not calling to me. I love it. I'm using 4 different colors instead of 2, and I'm actually doing a reverse stitching, which was an idea from, I'll link her below. Anyway, it was a lady on Instagram. I think she's from Indonesia. Can't remember. Anyway, but she did it this way, and I loved it, and followed her lead to try it as well. So that's my Fruits of Plenty, although I didn't get any work done on it. It is going to come back to Canmore with me when we go this time. And this is another whip that I haven't worked on, but it's in my work pile. It's called In the Library from Mojo Stitches. And this one is stitched on a piece of Roxy Floss Co. fabric, but I cannot remember the name of it. Yeah, that might come to me. I'll put it down below if I have it. And it's a 32 count linen, and it's stitched with cottage garden threads from Australia, which are the called for in here. One thing I'll say, if you're gonna stitch this one with the cottage garden threads, those threads are beautiful. I absolutely love them. The variegation is wonderful, but you will have to do some fussy cutting if you're planning on doing it that way, so that you actually get some definition in your books. So I didn't do it, not really, up here. I didn't pay as close attention when I started to those books, so you can still tell, I guess, that it's a stack of books. But this one over here I'm now doing, and these ones I kind of did with more fussy cutting. So just so you see that it's not just a blob of variegated, you will have to fussy cut some of your things to get a solid piece to stitch those books in. So that one will continue on. I don't love it. I don't love stitching on it because of the fussy cutting. Oh, sorry guys, I just bumped you. So we'll see. That one, it's going to stay in the whip pile. I'll just keep picking at it until it's done. I'm probably halfway, so it would be a shame to not finish it. I also have in the greenhouse, but I probably would do a conversion for that just before I start that one. So that was it for my whips for this week. So that's not very much stitching. Oh, I do actually have one more. Just one second, hang on. Okay, so I actually have two more that I just remembered. So it's just been one of those weeks. It's not been super organized for me. I have everything set up in Canmore for my stitching, but coming back to Edmonton now, I'm trying to dig things out of my craft room, clean everything up. It's just been a really crazy week. I had my chemo last week, so I'm feeling pretty good this week, but what that means is that my fingers actually like split open from this drug, so it's pretty rough. I haven't been able to stitch a lot or knit a lot, like basically wrapping my fingers up in band-aids to be able to still do this. So oh my gosh, okay, there we go. It's just been really painful. I've got like 4 or 5 splits on the sides of my fingers that are just excruciating. So the stitching has been a little bit less than I would have liked in the last week. But I did have another start. I started this one while I was in Canmore, and there was a lady that wanted to do a stitch along with me, and I made the notes of her name from the comments, and I'm so sorry, but I can't remember what it is in that book where it's written down as in Canmore. It's not here. But I did start the Fox and Butterflies from Pigeon Coop Designs. So this is on a 32 count antique white. It looks kind of blue here. Our light is off. But this is my start on that one. I'll show you what it will look like when it's done. I have the book here. I have this little table full. So this is the book that it's in. And then the fox, oh, that's the pattern. Hang on, I need the picture. This is what it will look like when it's finished. So very, very happy to be stitching these. I absolutely love these. I have planned to stitch, also I have the little threads kitted in here. Yep, the blue jay and the winter walk, the bear. I'm definitely going to do those 3 from that book. So I have all of that. Ugh, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff here, guys. If you could see this, it's like, whoa. Okay, so I did start this one. If I can find the name, I'll put it down below to send a note to say that I have started it. So I know a lot of you guys are interested in stitching some of the Pigeon Coop designs. So if you have that book, pull it out, start one. They're very quick. Like, they go super quick. I think this one will fit into a 5x7, I believe. Yeah. So very happy about that one. All right, and then as another whip, I'm all over the place here, guys. It starts and whips, but anyway, that's how they're coming off the top of the pile here. I did pull back my Mirabilia, pull this one back out, so it will look like this one is done. It's Cathedral Woods Goddess, and this one caused some Lots of discussion in one of my, I didn't get to iron this one, I apologize. Lots of discussion in my 2 videos ago, because what I did, instead of stitching it this way, hang on, this way, up and down, I am stitching it this way, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough room. So what I did this time, when I pull it out again, I stitched down, whoops, oh my gosh, this is brutal. I need a board, and that's also in Canmore. So I stitched down the side here so I could get to the bottom of the dress, and then there's another 15 stitches that I need to put in, like this way, 15 this way lengthwise, to get the bottom, to reach the bottom of the pattern with these types of, you know, foliage. And then that's what I have for framing. So it'll come to about here, and then I have this to frame. So hopefully it will work out. I'm going to keep going on it. Whatever it is, I'm really enjoying stitching it, and the process is just beautiful. There's just too much done to start over, including all of the arms 1/1, and there's only a little bit of her neck and face left for the 1/1. So I'm going to keep going. So I just wanted to say thank you for all of the recommendations for how to finish this, because I really hit a wall with this a few weeks ago, and people were like, you know, sew some along, make it into a pillow, sew some extra fabric around the edges so that on the top and bottom so that you can frame it properly. A lot of people thought that maybe there is even enough fabric there to be able to frame with a tight margin on the mat. Yeah, just lots and lots of great, fantastic ideas. So thank you so much for that. I didn't get to show you this last time because I hadn't stitched on it, but I just wanted to say thank you for all the encouragement and chats and comments. It was really, really nice. And so I will be continuing on with this one, and we'll see where it goes. Okay, and I did have one more start. So this one is the Quick Quaker Sal that Jacob is hosting. It'll look like this when it's done. It's from Modern Folk Embroidery. And I am doing this one along with obviously a whole bunch of other people who are stitching this. And I did a bit of a conversion to stitch it with 5 different colors. And I'll tell you what those are. This is being stitched on a 32 count vintage bisque by Lakeside Linen on a piece of 18 by 13.5. And I'm using 5 different colors for mine. And it's kind of a muted fall colors. So what I have is Portobello. Whoops, see if this can focus. I don't know. Portobello. Pine needles is here. There we go. And acorn is a nice brown. This is a beautiful brown. I love that one. And campfire is another one. It's like an orangey red color. And what is the other one? Perfect pie crust, which I also really love. It's kind of a pinky brown color, but I love that one. Yeah, so that's the 5 colors that I'm going to do mine in. And how this stitch along works, when you buy the pattern from Jacob, he provides you a 30-day, it's a 30-day sale. He provides this pattern. It's very small, so it just has one more Quaker here, and then it'll probably fit again in a, I don't know, 8 by 10? 8 by 10 probably. It's very small, but you just do 100 and some stitches every day. So I'm keeping up with it. I'm not following along with, I'm getting the number of stitches for the week. Like I'm at 26% complete or something now. I'm not following along with exactly how he had it divided up day by day. So basically when I pick it up, I'm just doing one motif and that's it. And this is where I got interrupted the other night. So I still need to finish that one. And I'm actually going to start the bottom motif here. I had this motif in, and I had the motif, a star motif over here in as well, but I had to pick those out because I had used the wrong color combination for how I want to lay out the rest of the bigger Quakers. So it's turning out really, really pretty. I'm very happy with it. It's beautiful. And every day Jacob has a video that about 30 minutes or so that you can watch. So it's kind of nice. You can watch that one as he's stitching. He does a little bit of a stitch with me and then chats. And so you can watch that while you're doing your stitching for that day. So it's pretty fun. Let's see, that's knitting. I'll come to that at the end. So that was it for what I have worked on for getting you guys caught up with what I've been doing. So what I have now is a pile of whips, and they're all here. These are all finishes that I have done over the last year, the last 18 months. It was everything that's in my unfinished pile. This is like my under the bed box, say. But some of these you guys may not have seen because I think the majority of them are finished over the last year while I was taking a break from Flosstube. So I'm going to show you just basically what's in this pile that was finished. And some of them you may have seen before, but I think, 90% of them are going to be new to you. So I couldn't show you these in my finish parade in the beginning of the year because they were here and not in Canmore, and I hadn't been home to pick them up. So the first one we'll start with here is my ink circle, Cirque de Carreau, and I'll have to stand up a little bit. And this is finished. I'm so pleased with this one. The colors are beautiful. This one is stitched on a 32 count antique white Lugana, and I used Valdani threads on this one. You can actually kind of see how raised up there, like they're really bumpy. So this one is an 8 count Valdani, this one here, and it number M30. So that's the color that I used for that, if you can see. There you go. M30, my poor nails. I can't go and get them done until my fingers heal up again because that'll really hurt. So bear with me on that one too. Yep, so this is Cirque de Carreau. I'm very pleased this one is finished. I love it. Love it. So that one is done. And this one you may have seen, I don't remember, but it is Moonlight Visitor from Blackbird. This one is stitched on 32 count hand-dyed by Rolanda. I believe it's in Cappuccino or Cafe au lait. I didn't have the tag for this one. It's part of the anniversary series. Love this one. This one was finished in September of 24, so you may have actually seen this one in one of my other floss tubes, but I figured I would just show it because it's in the pile. Love that one. And this one here, I'm not sure if I showed you this one or not, but I think it's called Sweet Summer Come Again or something like that from Blackbird Designs. The colors are so pretty in this. I'm going to turn it into a little pillow. And as some of you know, I am creating little pillows and little things for little strawberries, little pictures to commemorate all of the women that have gone back in my family. So like me, my mom, my sister, my grandmothers, my great-grandmothers, like all of them. And I'm doing it with these little ones here. And then Abby will have one as well. And I think this one is going to be Abby's. But then I just put the initials in here for whoever has those and the year that they were born. So there you go. That's that one. And I have a couple more of those done that I just need to put the initials on. These are also Blackbird. And they're picked up from just little motifs from bigger designs. So this one... Oh my gosh, where did this one come from? All of my Blackbird books are in Canmore again. I'm really sorry about the split locations here. If I can remember, I'll put it down below, but it's a center motif for one of the bigger samplers. And I think it's in When the Leaves Fall book. I'll talk about it next time. If I can, I'll bring this with me and then I'll figure it out and I'll talk about it next time. And I'm going to put the initials on this one as well for one of my grandmothers, and the same with this. And this one is from the Lasting Friendship book, I believe it is. It's one of the little, the rose motif from one of the pillows. And again, blackbird designs. This one is stitched on a piece of 32 count. It's from Roxy Floss Co. Dirty Porcelain, I believe. There you go. So that's 2 more for my little books. I have 2, 3. I have another one here. I have maybe 6 or 7 done now for that project. I think I'll come across another one here shortly. This one is from a Russian designer. I'll have to put the link for where this came from. It was from an Etsy shop. I'll put it down below in the description. I used all the called for threads for DMC. And I absolutely love this guy. He's just got so much character, and I love it. He fits in a 5x7. This one is on a piece of 32 count even weave from Hand Dyed by Rolanda again. And just so cute. I love him. He looks so realistic with his little binoculars and paper hat, and ready to go traveling. Yeah, I love it. So that one is a finish. The next one is on a piece of scrap Tycho that I had. This is Winter Phoenix from the Blue Flower. This one is on 32 count Tycho, I believe it is. Tycho or Fog. It was just a scrap piece that I had. Sorry about that. It may be Fog from Picture This Plus. But this is all of the called for colors. And this one actually came recommended by one of my viewers from last year. I can't remember exactly who it was, but they had stitched it and they were like, oh, this reminded me of you. You just keep rising, right? So I had to stitch it. It's just so symbolic for the journey that I'm on. And if you want to know more about that, just go back a couple of floss tubes and you'll get a full update. But this one is just so cute. I love it. From the Blue Flower. All right, and this next one is from Tiny Modernist. Is this one, Small Fall Sewing, and it turned out like this. This is all the called for DMC. So again, this is just going to be made into a little pillow. I may put something Happy Fall or some words along the bottom. I'm not sure yet, but I really like it. Beautiful colors. Tiny Modernist really nails the colors. Cheryl's just so good. Yeah, so that's that one. This one here is the Bluebird Sampler. And I have finished this one. This one is stitched also on a piece of, oh my gosh, look at this thread. This is on a spare piece. I just cut up a piece of either the Dirty Porcelain or a Panettone, one of those from Roxy Floss Co. at Evertote, and stitched all these small ones just to turn into little pillows. This one is stitched on, I think it's a 32, but it's also stitched with Valdani 12 count, and it is, oh my goodness, focus, 031. That's the thread that I used. It's so beautiful. I love that. Love, love, love it. So that is that one. And this next one is a Heart and Hand called Imprints, Berries and Blooms. So I've just stitched the berry one. I still have some space. I'm going to put the bloom one on this side, but get the berry one done. That was very quick. I think just stitched up in a day. Very, very, very quick. Really nice for a smalls exchange or a couple little pillows, right? You can make up a theme for the summer. So this one is, oh, that's again antique white 32 count Lugana. One of my favorites, of course. This is Redbird Sampler by Heart and Hand, this next one. And this one is stitched with the called for color, which is DMC 221. And here, this is again on a piece of Tycho 32 count Lugana. Oops, sorry for the thread. Oh my goodness, these things have been in storage, so apologies. There you go. I love the little button that comes with that one. It's so cute. Yeah, so I have these ones done. I have coming up here the cuckoo bird done, and I have the old crow done. So I'm kind of working through those. I have the hummingbird one downstairs, and then I think there's a quail that I haven't got yet. So I'm going to get the pattern for that one. And continue on. I really like that series. I like to have a whole group of pillows. This next one is one of these strawberries in the friendship book from Blackbird Designs. Again, I'll have to link it below. I don't remember the name. But this has one of the initials of my great-grandmother, Victoria Withers. 1884 is when she was born. And this is on a piece of 36 count linen called Admirable Atticus from Those Missing Stitches. So, hi Lynn. This was a gift from Lynn a few years ago now maybe. And this is one of the things that I've put on it. It's in my rotation to use for my, to make smalls on for a portion of it anyway, for my bowl. Yeah, so that's that one finished. That's going to be turned into a strawberry. And, okay, we'll keep going. This one here is Reflections of Canada. I love, love, love this one. It's on 18 count Aida monochromatic DMC 115, and it's by Ink Circles. And this turned out beautiful. I can't wait to get this framed. I love it. Yeah, I'm very proud of that one. And I think I probably showed this one to you. I didn't put the year on this one. I put 1976 on this because this is my piece for the Heritage. It's a little bit bigger, but I really, really love the color. This one is stitched on a piece of panettone from Roxy Floss Co. and it's using the Fallow Red from Roxy. And the name of this is Little Red Schoolhouse Sampler, I believe it is, from Pansy Patch and Quilt Works. I can never get that name right, but from Pansy Patch. I think you guys have probably seen this one before. I think it was finished before last year. And last but not least, there is this one here. It's Cuckoo, and that one is also from the Heart and Hand series with the birds. So this is the second time I've actually stitched this one. I made it into a pillow for Veldani so they could take it. I think I talked about that before, but they could take it on the road for their shows. This one is also stitched with Veldani. I'll have to put the number below because I don't have the little ball. It was a piece of what I had left over from when I stitched the last one, but I don't remember the number on it. So, but beautiful, beautiful colors. And again, this is on a piece of 32 count Lugana. I believe it's the other piece of the Tyco. There we go. Love, love, love this one. That one was finished in 25. So that's all of my finishes that I had done. So we're kind of caught up. It's really good. I had some questions from you guys from my last video, so I wrote them down, and I'll just go through just to make sure. I think if somebody had that question, and maybe other people would also have that question. So I was asked a few different times. Laura and Allison in particular asked the sulky threads for my new normal piece, which was from Long Dog Samplers, and that one used 18 count Aida and then 12 weight sulky threads. So I'll put the links for the ones exactly that I ordered, but the numbers for them are 713-1046, 713-1230, and 713-4087. Those are the three colors that I used. And again, I'll put the links below. Hopefully they work. If you go to the Sulky Threads website and you put in those numbers, you'll see exactly. They actually have pretty good pictures of what they look like in real life. So you can do that. Nick, hi Nick, from the Cotter family. She watches all the time, and you know what? We were actually chatting in the comments, and she said that she had actually been in Canmore a few months before I posted my first video. So I can't believe that I probably could have met Nick. It's amazing how she would come probably over from all the way from Australia or New Zealand. Oh my gosh, Australia, I believe. Sorry, Nick, about that. But yeah, she mentioned that there was a freebie from Long Dog Samplers, and it's really great. This is what it would look like when you go to look for that one. It's a free pattern from Long Dog, so any of you that wanted to try out a new Long Dog, Jules did put out a new pattern, so I just thought it was worth mentioning. Again, from Nora, I believe it is. It was Kevin. Nora was the... so Kevin or Nora, hi. She was wondering where I got the magnet kits for my Mill Hill. So when I did my seagull in the last one, it had a magnet that came with it. Some of them are like that. You'll see it written on it, magnet included. But I particularly got that one at Mr. Frame, my local cross stitch store up in St. Albert. But I think if you just look on 1-2-3 Stitch, or like even your local store, wherever you can find the Mill Hill kits, you should be able to find some that have the magnets included with them. I was asked by Jonelle, and I think a few other people, because I have my notes in Canmore, of course, the fabric size for the Garden Club series that I finished. That is actually a fat quarter, 18 by 27, and 32 count Lugana. So it does all fit on that very, very easily, I think, even with quite generous margins. So if you wanted to go to a 28, do your calculations, of course, but I believe it would even fit on a 28 count or a 14 count Aida. Sheila asked me the Canadian resources for cross-stitch supplies that I had mentioned, so I'll link those below as well. But it's from an Etsy store, handmade by Rolanda. It's where I get a lot of my fabrics out of Ontario. I absolutely love. She's a little secret gem. Love, love, love her hand-dyed fabrics. They're beautiful. And she has a range of all different sizes, and linen, Aida, and Lugana. And she dyes her own threads, and they're also beautiful. So that's handmade by Rolanda. I'll put the link for her Etsy shop below. The other one that I had mentioned is Stitch It Central. You can get quite a bit of stuff out of Ontario online from Stitch It Central. And Traditional Stitches here just outside of Calgary on Bearspaw. They have a store. They are unfortunately in the process of closing. I think they'll be there until June. So again, I didn't say the date, but this is April the 9th for 2026. So you have a couple of months there to still order online. And I believe if you go in person, she's offering a 20% sale. So any of you guys who are around the area here, if you go in, I believe in her newsletter, she's giving 20% off now for in-person. I think the online sales probably will come, but we'll see. Chris asked about the marker that is on the blue markings. I don't know if I have one here now, but that were on for gridding for my full coverage. So I don't have the marker here because, again, I think but I'll put a picture of it here. It's, I believe, Clover. Can't remember. Anyway, it's here. And that's the marker that I used. It's water erasable. I've tried a couple of other ones and they have not washed out. So buyer beware, user beware, test it, put it on a corner of your fabric, try to wash it, see if you like it. I use it for my full coverage because it just completely covers over. It doesn't matter. Sometimes in my long dog ones on the Aida, I will use it for certain areas, because I've used it before quite successfully, that it's worked out. I don't really recommend it if you're gonna be, you have a big wide open white space. Some people have found that the marker, even after it's washed years later, it will come back again. So it's a pretty contentious issue. For the patterns that I feel are gonna be, the linen is covered up with full coverage, it doesn't matter to me. And then if there's somewhere where it's just a lot of things are really close together and I need help counting, I can do that. You can also like sew in a guide thread for some of those areas and then pull it out. Like some people use like a little fishing line, like a nylon type of line, you're beading things like that. You can use in order to sew in a grid, and then you can just pull that out when you're done and it doesn't leave any marks. So there's a couple of options there for you. Full coverage, it doesn't matter for me. So that's what that one was. And floss cards. So how do you make them? I'll see if I have one here. So I have to bend over. All right, so for me, I have a master set of DMC. And then when I'm kitting up a project, sorry, I still have this one. Then I I make these little cards. And this is just a piece of cardstock. It's like a heavyweight cardstock. I got a whole pack of it from Staples for 20 bucks, 300 sheets or something. And I just take them and cut them, and then with a hole punch, put this, write down the numbers, and then I just put a little sample of the threads on there from my master set. So my master set always stays intact, and then each project just has this in its bag. When the number runs out, I just take another little piece from my master set and put it on here. One thing I would say is to don't overdo how much you're cutting off and putting on here. It's better to have to go back and refill than have this thing full of chopped up thread at the end, because I have a whole bag of these that when I'm kitting, I just go back and look at these and then make them kit up my projects from some of those too. So yeah, but this is I can't remember, Adventure Knits and Stitches. She's new to the channel, so hi. I didn't get your name wasn't on there, but welcome to the channel, and this is how I do my kitting. All right, so that was it for the questions. I do have one, and that's it for the stitching. I do have one knitting whip. I generally just keep to one thing at a time in my knitting. I'm making a pair of socks. So these are the vanilla socks from Crazy Sock Lady and from Kayla, and her patterns are on Ravelry, so you can get that. And this is one of my socks. I get this one down where I have knit the toe, and they'll need a little stretch out in order to go, but I love this color. It's called Bee's Knees, and this is a Socknado fabric, fingering weight from Ancient Arts yarns, and they are in Calgary. This is a husband and wife duo, and this is the back if you're looking for. Yep, it's a superwash fine merino with nylon, 350 meters on this one. Hand dyed in Canada. The wool came from Italy. And just really, really love this. This is the other sock that I'm working on, just knitting the foot now. So these turn out great. I knit them on 9-inch circulars, the whole thing. I do the heel turn and everything on the 9-inch circulars, and Kayla has a fantastic tutorial online for her vanilla sock pattern for this pattern. And she basically goes step by step through how to do that. So if you are interested, you're a knitter and you're interested in, you know, branching out into socks, definitely give that one a try. It works. I'm a size 9 in ladies, and I knit the medium with the 64 stitches, and it fits perfectly. So that would give you an idea of where to start for sizing. So yeah, that's all I have to share today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, for coming back time and time again. I think my last video had 10,000 views or something. Like, I'm blown away by you guys and your support and your love and the comments. Please leave a comment, subscribe if you like the channel to get notifications. I'm going to try to post on a 2 to 3 week. I'm trying for 2 weeks, for every 2 weeks, but with the Easter holidays this time and traveling back to Edmonton, it was just absolutely crazy busy. So I do apologize. I'm a little bit behind. I'm running into 3 weeks here since my last video. So anyway, just wanted to say thank you for that. Thank you for supporting what I'm doing here. Like, subscribe, do all the things that we do. Take care of yourselves. I don't know how to explain how I'm feeling about what's happening in the world. It's devastating, just absolutely devastating. And I'm sad about it. I can just see so many people getting hurt for, I don't know. But anyway, in light of all that, take care of yourselves, enjoy your stitching, you know, find a nice cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and enjoy your stitching, friends. Let's just stick together, and just love you all. All right, thanks, guys.